Hi everyone, I'm Amy Ahmed. I'm your Jamberry Independent Consultant, and we're here tonight for Staci's online Jamberry party. Thanks for coming. I hope you have something comfortable on, your favorite drink on hand, and we're here tonight just for a night of girl fun. I'm going to show you how to take a Jamberry nail wrap off. I'm going to show you how to put one on. We're going to play games, win prizes, ask questions, answer questions. We're just here for a night of fun. Thanks, Staci, for hosting. If you haven't already said how you know Staci, go ahead and comment below how you do know her. I'll go ahead and tell you how I know her too. So my husband and Staci's husband and I all went to the same college, and my husband and Staci's husband were roommates together. And by another turn of events, my husband and her husband ended up moving from St. Louis to Chicago, and they were roommates again. And then again, Staci's husband moved again, and he ended up in Kansas City, and he was telling all of us friends back at home how he found this great girl. And I thought, oh my gosh, can't wait to meet her. And so the first time I actually met her was at her wedding. And Staci, I can't believe that's the first time I met you. I mean, you seem like a lifelong friend, and I'm surprised we didn't know each other before this. So I absolutely love you. You've got great style. You're such a sweet girl. And I'm so glad that you came into my life too, via your husband and mine. So what a great connection. And I just love you. Don't you guys all love her? She's wonderful, right? Thanks for hosting this, Staci, and thanks for asking me to host it with you too. I hope that we can convince everybody else how great Jamberry is, because it's a pretty easy product for everyone to like, right? Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So what is Jamberry? Well, Jamberry is a nail wrap that stays on your nail for over 2 weeks. It's applied by heat and pressure. They do not chip. There's no dry time. If I put them on my toes, they stay on for like over 6 weeks. They're absolutely wonderful. They were started by 3 sisters who were tired of paying all the money to go get their nails done, and they wanted an affordable nail wrap that would actually work. So they ended up making these vinyl wraps. They were first printing them in their attic of their garage, and now they have a giant warehouse, still all printed in the United States. Still all products are from there, and they're non-toxic, and the sisters still are very involved in all of Jamberry. They're a great product, and they're a great company too. So I could go on and on about them, but that's not what we're here for. But so let me show you how this works. So like I said, Jamberry is a nail wrap. It comes in a sheet like this. This one is called Mint Green Chevron, and this is $15. It comes in many different sizes, so you can use these for all of your nails, and you can use them for your toes too. And you can cut them down if they're too big. You can cut them down. That's what I do too, to kind of fit my nail perfectly. Jamberry also has Jamberry Juniors. This one is called Mint to Be, and in the Jamberry catalog or online, you can see that the Juniors have 2 different patterns on them. So the first one is the 14, which is in the middle here, and then the second one is the 28, which is along the sides right here too. And these are junior sizes. Some of them are geared towards small girls, like little kids, if you have a little daughter or a niece, but these work on small hands too. I know my girlfriend has very small fingernails, and she purchases the Jamberry Juniors for her nails because she likes them the best because they fit the best. So just an option. Here's the other cool thing too. Jamberry does a Mommy and Me set. So these are actually Mommy and Me sets. This mint green chevron matches the mint green in here. Okay, so, and they also suggest too that you purchase the Destiny, which matches the flower part of this. And if you bought all 3 of these, then you get one free, because Jamberry's always buy 3, get one free. So how wonderful, right? So, like I said, they run $15. They're always buy 3, get one free. And you'll see in a minute, I'm actually using, I actually started using one, and I'll probably get 3 or 4 manicures / pedicures out of them. So I save my little pieces. All right, so I don't know about you, but I've gotten no chip, I've gotten acrylic, I've gotten manicures before, and soon enough, as I go home in a day or 2, they're chipped, or I have to go back to the salon because a nail broke, or I have to go back to get my no chip or my acrylics off of my nails, and it just is a lot of money. And I kind of gave up going to the nail salon for my nails because I thought I was just really hard on them and never, I was never going to have nice nails. until I met a Jamberry representative. This mother at my school was giving away free manicures during lunch. And I thought, yeah, right. She's not giving away free manicures. She's selling something. So I was eating my lunch. I was kind of ignoring her. And then it was pretty hard to ignore her because she kept, all the girls she was giving manicures to were saying, ooh, ah, you know, and I was kind of inching over and looking. And so I finally I approached her and I said, does your product have like a mirrored image? I've been looking for a nail polish that is mirrored. And she said, oh yeah, they definitely do. And they have it in gold as well. And they're buy 3, get 1 free. So I was like, sign me up. Give me the buy 3, get 1 free. I'm going to try this. Actually, I'm wearing that mirrored one right now on my ring finger. You can see right here. Look how shiny it is. So I put my first set on myself, and I was honestly impressed at how long they stayed on. I think I had them on for like close to 17, 18 days before I finally took them off. And I was getting compliments left and right. And so in a few months, I asked that same person to come at my home and host a Jamberry party with me because I wanted to know a few more tips and tricks, and then I wanted to buy some more. And honestly, I really didn't realize how much free Jamberry I would be getting for hosting a party like Staci's going to get for this party. And so I ended up getting so much more product, and I was getting so many more compliments on that. I was having friends who were calling me and saying, hey, I was having this issue with this Jamberry wrap. And so I'd video myself, or I'd FaceTime them on video chat and help them. And then I finally thought, you know, I'm doing this enough for free. I probably should get paid for it. So I started selling with Jamberry, and I absolutely love it. They're a great product. They're a great company, and they're just wonderful. So I hope to really get you excited about this too. So let's move on, okay? So I just am taking off some wraps and putting some on here. So let's talk about this hand. I have the black and white poke on this hand and the mirrored. I've had these on for 2 weeks now, so it's time for them to come off, but you can see they're not chipped. They're grown out. I've had nail growth underneath, but they're not chipped. There are many different techniques to use to put on Jamberry and take them off. You're gonna have to find what's best for you. I'm gonna tell you what works best for me because I've had a lot of trial and error, okay? I love the Jamberry I love the oil trick to take these off. So in my bowl right here, I have a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna take my Jamberry mini heater and I'm going to heat my nail up. And actually, I'm gonna be taking off this first finger right here, but I'm gonna put a Jamberry on this one. I'll explain why in a second. But anyway, I'm gonna take my Jamberry mini heater and heat my nail up just so that it gets a little pliable. If you don't have one of these, perfectly fine. You can use a blow dryer or hair dryer. Those work great. I will tell you though, if you buy for Staci's party this time around, you will be back to buy this heater. This heater runs $19. I used to use a blow dryer, and then when I hosted my Jamberry party, I actually got this for free, and I love it. Like I said, blow dryer works fine, but you have to hold it in your hand, and it's loud. I like to put on my Jamberries while I'm watching television, so once I got this quiet little thing, it was a heaven set, and it has a little kickstand, so it stays on the floor or the table wherever I'm working. So anyway, moving on. So I'm gonna take my heated nail and I'm going to dip it into my olive oil. If you'd like to use coconut oil, I know that works fine for some people. People also use acetone. You can use hot water. Just is really up to you what you need best. So I'm also going to use this little flosser. I think that works best too. You can use tweezers. If your nails are strong, you can use your nail as well. All right, so here we go. I've soaked my nail in olive oil, and I'm just going to take my little flosser, and I'm just going to start to pull underneath and pull off the adhesive so you can kind of see my wraps coming off there. And I'm going to soak it again and do the same thing. If you notice it's not coming off very easily, heat it up a little bit more, soak it a little more, go slow because you don't want to rip these off of your nails. So here I am again. I'm pulling it down. Oh, that did the trick. I thought maybe one more. All right. Well, there we are. And here's my nail. It's looking good. So I'm going to clean it off. Now, remember, nail prep is key. If you don't have a good nail prep, then you possibly are going to run into some issues later about your nails not sticking on very well, okay? So anyway, so you can see here, this looks great. I've got my nail off there. No damage. It looks real good. I'm going to put it on my pinky finger for this next round. I'm not going to do it on this finger because I like to cut my jamberry off to fit this finger a little bit more because this finger is a little funky. I'll show you a picture later about an easy way to do that called the Scotch tape method, but later for that, okay? So I'm going to be doing this one. I have 2 wraps I'm going to be using on my hands. This one is called Egyptian Soul. It's actually a retired wrap, so you can't buy it anymore. Sorry. But the cool thing about jamberry is that they are all the same tints and shades. So I just purchased this one called Trunk Show. You can see I've already used one. And they're the same kind of orange. I thought that they would pair up really nice. So I put the orange one on my ring finger right here. Can you see those cute little elephants? All right. So I'm going to use this Egyptian Soul one. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to put it behind, and I want to see which wrap is going to fit it the best. You want to err on the side of small. If you go too big and it touches the outside of your cuticle, then it's going to, you might have issues with it sticking, okay? So I know from putting on these all the time that that the smallest one is going to be my best guess. I even kind of wrap it around there and make sure that it's good and it's not going to go over my cuticle. All right, so I'm going to cut that little part off. Again, you're going to have to find the method that works best for you. Some people don't like to cut the plastic, and they actually just take the tiny piece off that they need. My nails are pretty short, so for this, I can probably get 3 applications out of it. I can probably cut it in thirds. However, I'm trying to save time and show you, so I'm just going to cut it in half today. So I'm just going to take this piece, cut it in half, and I'm going to use 1/2. Now, before I put it on my nail, I want to make sure that my nail is prepped. So I'm going to take my orange stick, and I'm just going to push back my cuticle. I want to make sure all of that cuticle is back, even that really thin, invisible cuticle that you get sometimes. Make sure that's pulled back. I like to clean under the nail too. Just get it all nice. And then you want to make sure that you, I just use some spray alcohol and clean it off just so it's dry. And if there's anything left on there, you know, then it's kind of getting that nail nice and neat. So I'm prepped. Here we are. So I'm going to take my little piece and where are my tweezers? Here we go. I think it works best with tweezers. I'm going to pull back the little clear part of this, making sure I do not touch the jamberry adhesive side with my finger, because once that oil touch from your hand touches that adhesive, then you might mess up the adhesive, okay? So I've pulled back the little clear piece. I'm going to take off my jamberry wrap. Here we are. Dispose of my clear piece. And this is where the heater comes in. I'm going to hold it in front of my heater until it starts to curl. Now, if you have a sparkle or a metallic, then you'll notice that it takes a little bit longer for those to curl. So 8 to 10 seconds. Really, can't be too much. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. If it's curled too much, you can take your orange stick and on the non-adhesive side, press it back to make it a little bit straighter, if you like that. All right, now let's see if I can do this backwards, facing the camera. We'll see. I'm going to attach my jamberry wrap, and I'm going to put the curved side to my cuticle. So I'm going to try to put it on there. Now, if I get it on there and it's not the spot that I want, which it's not, the great thing is that I can just pull it right back off and place it. So give me a second while I do this on the table so I can actually see where I'm placing it. Okay, so I'm all set here. And then now I'm going to take my, let me make sure I like that. Is it straight? Yes, okay, it looks good. So I'm gonna take my little cuticle pusher, or I like to use this little rubber stamper too, and I'm going to make the peace sign. So I'm gonna go down and up, and I'm gonna go right to left. So again, excuse me while I press it onto the table. Remember, heat, pressure, heat and pressure, heat and pressure. Sometimes women with very curvy nails have an issue. If that's you, tell me, and then I'll send you a great video called the baseball method, where you can wrap them like you would put a sticker on a baseball. So I'm going to heat it up again. Take my cuticle pusher and press it again. Just make sure it's really on there. I'm just pressing it all sides. If I have any bubbles, I want to go from the inside out. Okay, here's one of the two techniques that I like. I like the pull and stretch technique. So when the jamberry wrap is hot or it's warm, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to pull it over and pull and stretch it. Did I say pull and stretch? I hope I did. It's a pull and stretch technique. So I'm going to pull and stretch it over, and it's kind of pressed down on there. Here's the other technique I like. Use the baggie method. Take a clear little baggie, wrap your finger in it real tight, and then heat it again. The baggie just kind of works like a shrink wrap. It kind of puts it around your nail, distributes the heat a little bit more. Press down really hard. And if I need more time, you know, I take my time, but I'm gonna, like I said, try to do this quickly for you. So I'm all set now. My rest of my wrap is on here. If that's too much for you, you can always cut it shorter to begin with. Jamberry says file at a 90-degree angle. I think file at a 45-degree angle works a little bit better. And I'm just gonna take my file and file down. I'm gonna go all around my nail. And just like that, I got a little piece right there. I'm set. I got a little piece right there. I got to file off. All right. So look how easy. My goodness, it's ready. Look at that. And look how cute it matches that little elephant wrap too. So I'm going to take the rest of these off. I'll put a picture of my Jambicure up when I'm finished so you can see what the finished product looks like. No dry time. And it stays on forever, and I can mix and match. What more can you want? So I hope I've convinced you how great this product is. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned because I'll be posting a video later of who wins our half sheet raffle. And I appreciate you coming. Have a wonderful night.